Yeah, hi. Do you guys accept the Goldbacks as payment?
Is that just like a type of credit card or?
No, it's a gold currency, like made of actual
Oh.
gold.
Oh, I think so. I don't know.
You think so? Is there like someone there that might know?
No, I don't have anybody here right now.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, well, we had some connection issues, but she didn't know what these were. She says, I don't know, I think so. So I'd imagine that if I walked into that restaurant right now and tried to pay with one of these, she would have no idea what I was talking about and wouldn't be able to accept my payment. Unfortunately, the connection was really bad, but that's not a good sign for our first business that accepts these, but we're going to try a couple of more and see what they say. So I currently have 100 of these Goldbacks, a 50, a 25, a 10, a 5, and 10 ones. And while there is 1/10 of an ounce of gold in these, which is worth a little over $200 today, I would love to be able to expend these for their exchange rate because according to Goldback's website, these should be worth around $428. But can we actually spend them? So today we are going to be calling businesses listed on Goldback's own website as businesses that are supposed to be accepting Goldbacks as payment and see if they actually do, and if so, at what exchange rate, because the website says that these should be worth $4.28 per Goldback, but can we actually get it? Then we're going to be calling coin shops to find out what they'll actually pay us for these after we call those businesses. So let's do it. Another year, another monster box of silver. For 2024, SD Bullion is giving away a full monster box of their 1 ounce silver Tree of Life coins. You can enter this giveaway all year, but I suggest that you do it now by going to sdbullion.com/sweepstakes and make sure you enter today. Thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring my channel. Yeah, hi, I got a question. Do you guys accept the Goldbacks as payment?
No.
No, you don't accept Goldbacks. Okay.
Oh, wait, yes, we do.
You do accept them.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's totally fine. Now they have an exchange rate on their website. Do you just go by that?
Yeah, most of the time they do.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm sorry for the confusion at first.
No, I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you said yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye-bye. All right, so she ultimately said yes, even though at first she was confused. That is a really good sign. Out of the 2 places that we've called, there is one that will accept Goldbacks. Now, I didn't ask the exchange rate. I would love to know if it's the exchange rate on Goldback's website, but the fact that they take them at all is a really good sign. We're going to call a couple of more businesses in these states and see what they say. Let's do it. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Just quick question. Can you pay on Goldbacks there? In the Utah Goldbacks or the South Dakota Goldbacks?
We accept them.
You accept them? Now, do you accept them at the exchange rate they show on their website, or is it different?
That I am not too sure about.
Okay.
I wish I could answer your question.
Oh, that's all right.
My manager's not here either, so.
I totally understood. All right. Yeah, because their exchange rate shows them today at like 428, per Goldback, and I was just, I thought maybe I could go out and spend some of them, so I just wanted to see. I guess I should wait till the manager's there.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the third shop is kind of like the first, and we're going to have, I think this is going to be the norm. We're going to try a couple of more just to see what they say. But basically, if the manager's in or the owner's in, the person who agreed with the Goldback company to accept them, then you'll probably end up being okay. I don't know if you'll get the rate that they show on the website. I just can't answer that. But, the problem is that's 2 of 3 places that we called that we couldn't just walk into, with our Goldback wallet and buy something with our Goldbacks. We have to wait for the manager, or they just don't know what the exchange rate's going to be, or, they're not 100% sure. No one's there that knows anything about it. And I think that's one of your biggest issues with something like this is you're going to have a lot of trouble finding people that know exactly what they're supposed to do with them, especially if it's not like an owner or a manager that's been trained on it. So we're going to try a couple of more, but it's certainly not looking good. That second shop that we called, obviously that sounded great, but 1 and 3 so far, and even 2, I don't really know if they'd accept them at the exchange rate shown on Goldback's website, but I don't know. Let's get a couple of more places and see what they say. Yeah, hi. Do you guys accept the Goldbacks as payment?
I do not believe so.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about though, the Goldbacks?
Yeah, the golden bills.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't believe we do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, that is our fourth shop, and we've been having some struggle here. Now, I'm calling shops that you would normally visit to on an everyday basis. Sit down to get coffee or something to eat, go to an antique shop and buy something off of the rack, whatever it may be, and we're having a lot of trouble using our Goldbacks. So let's do this. Let's call a coin shop in those states, one of them listed, that says that they accept them, and see what they would pay us, because right now it's looking like our best option would just to be to go and sell them to a coin shop and then use that money to buy what we needed to buy. Let's see what they'll pay. Hey, what's up, man? Could you tell me, do you guys do you buy the Goldbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you pay for them today?
Let me take a look here.
And I've been trying to use these to shop, and like, the list on the website, most of the places don't even know what I'm talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that works, but let's see. I'm buying them at $3.60.
$3.60. Okay, that's actually not bad. Because they have, I know you can't give the exchange rate because you have to make money, but they have the exchange rate at like 4.20. So thank you, man.
Sure. Yeah, you bet.
All right, have a good one. All right, well, that was actually pretty refreshing. The first coin shop that we called. Now, granted, they're bullion dealers, so they're obviously going to know more about these and what they are, especially given that they're on Goldback's website. They've dealt with the company, obviously. They have an exchange rate. But, Goldback was showing 420 something, and they offered me 360. That's really good. That's $3,600 an ounce, given that the shop has to make money. It was way more than I was expecting. That's what I'm actually going to say. It was way more than I was expecting. But I am interested, and obviously we're having trouble using these. So I'm really interested if we go outside of, like, say, Wyoming, South Dakota, New Hampshire, Utah, the states that use these, that have these. I wonder what it would be like if we go to a coin shop outside of those states and see what they would pay us for our Goldbacks, or do they even know what they are? So let's call a shop outside of those states and just see what they would offer us for our Goldbacks. Let's do it. Yeah, I just got a question. Do you guys take the Goldbacks, or do you buy them?
Do we take, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
You're fine. Do you guys buy Goldbacks? Like the Utah Goldbacks or the South Dakota ones, or you know what they are?
Oh, the Goldbacks. You mean the bills with the gold?
Yeah, they're actually made of gold.
Yeah, no, those we do not, because we just don't have the customer base that buys them.
I totally understand. Would you even buy them for their gold value, or you just wouldn't bother with them at all?
No, we don't bother with them at all, because it's hard to determine the gold value on them. Or, if it were to even sell them to a wholesaler to recover the gold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we just don't, the store doesn't usually mess with them in any way, shape, or form.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the call.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that shop, they don't take them at all. And he said exactly why. They don't have the customer base for them. They don't know how it would be if they had to sell to get them refined. And so for that reason, they just don't mess with them. And that's just one shop. So, and he had a lot to say. It wasn't just like a no. At least he knew what they were. Let's call another shop and find out what they would do. We'll call another shop in a different state just to get an idea. Here we go. Hey, do you guys buy the Goldbacks?
Well, we buy gold, so yeah, if you have coins or jewelry, we'll buy it.
No, the Goldbacks is like that gold currency that they actually make out of gold. They come in denominations of like 1, 5, 10, 25, 50.
Oh, is it like a paper thin kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough about those to deal in those. I mean, I've never had anybody bring me one yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, there was a couple other things I bought that were made by some country somewhere that looked like buffalo nickel design, and they were pretty thin, and I'm still stuck with those. So
no, I get it.
I don't think I want to get into any of that Goldback stuff.
Yeah, I totally get it. These are made in the U.S. by a company called Goldbacks, and in the states they make them in, like Utah and South Dakota. The idea is that you can actually use them as currency, and they have an exchange rate.
Okay.
But they go for...
Yeah, I've heard about that. It's just, I don't know enough about them to, know what to pay or what to sell them at even.
Yeah, I totally understood. So just one last... I mean, would you even buy them for their melt value, or you just wouldn't even know or to trust that? I'm just kidding.
Nah, I just pass on them for now. I just
don't
know if they can even... how it even works with those, because if it's too thin, they have a hard time refining it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that unfortunately is 2 shops so far outside of the state that just don't know enough about them, which really brings into question, maybe we're just too far away from those states. And if they did have a deal set up with like the Goldback company, that they would be able to buy them, like the shop that we called that did accept them in one of those states. But what I want to try now is we're going to call a coin shop inside of one of those states, but a shop that's not listed on their website, and see if they buy them. Let me give them a call. Yeah, hey, I just got a question. Do you guys accept the Goldbacks? Do you buy them?
I buy them, yes, but I don't buy them at the exchange rate.
Gotcha. What do you pay for them today?
Probably right around $4.
$4
I'd
per?
probably do $4
per Goldback?
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, that's actually, I called another shop and they offered me $360. They weren't even like, you're not on their list on their website, but that shop was, so that's cool to hear. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, what quantity do you have?
I just have 100 of them, which is like, yeah. So I have a 50, a 25,
okay.
a 10, a 5, or a 50, a 25, a 10, a 5, and 10 ones.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty. You bet. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So that really wasn't bad. That shop offered us $4,000 per ounce. That is what it comes out to if you pay $4 per Goldback. $4,000 per ounce. What's inside of this wallet? I could get $400 if I were out there. And honestly, if I end up being out there later this year when I do my drive around the country, I might very well sell them to them. But the issue that I'm having with Goldbacks, and the reason that I still cannot get behind these, is this. Let's think about the calls today, guys. We called 2 coin shops inside of the states. One of them offered us $360. One of them offered us $4. That's really not bad. I was actually glad to hear that. But when we called locations where we wanted to use these, we had a lot of trouble with people even knowing what they were. Now, could that change in the future? Sure. But currently, as a currency, I just don't see it. And then we called shops outside of the states. And keep in mind, these are all very small sampling sizes, so there's certainly room for error. But, you know, the shops that we called outside of the states that accept these barely knew what they were, certainly weren't interested in trading them, said they didn't have the clientele. And then the shops inside of the states were willing to accept them, but the locations that we wanted to use them at, you know, coffee shops, antique shops, you know, they sit down and have some breakfast and use a Goldback instead of, you know, US fiat currency, they really didn't know what they were. So basically what this boils down to, and this is just my opinion, I am not knocking the company. I totally kind of get what they're trying to do here, and I like the idea. I just don't like the value, because what we have here is basically coin shops and bullion stackers exchanging gold at way more than it's worth. This is basically a premium gold coin, and it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The art on these is gorgeous, but you're basically exchanging at a much higher value. And I mean much higher. I'm not talking about your typical, you know, 10, 12, 13% premium that you're seeing on 10,000 Eagles. No, we're talking 100% premium almost for the shop that offered us $4,000 per ounce. So you have people willing to exchange gold at a much higher value than what it's going for in the market, which I guess if you look at it from one way, it shows you that maybe gold is undervalued. But on the other side of the token, you really, for $4,000, you can just get 2 ounces of gold. And then if gold are close to it, and then let's say gold hits $3,000 an ounce, now you have 6,000 instead of, you know, instead of 3,000. So you go up 2,000 in value instead of 1. I don't know. That's just my way to look at it, and maybe I'm just being way too cryptic, way too off base with these, but I still can't get behind them. But I will say that it was nice to hear that coin shops in the states that actually have Goldbacks in that state, at least the 2 that we called, were willing to buy them from us, and for a very, what I consider to be, good exchange rate. So let me know your thoughts down below. Again, I'm not endorsing these. I'm not a big fan personally. I have some because they were sent to me. And honestly, if I were to ever buy these in the future again, I would only buy them, like I said, because the art on these things is admittedly gorgeous. But I'd love to know what you guys think. So leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.